this baby needs some more sanding, and I just so happen to have purchased this baby. So might as well unbox it while I'm here and show you what I got. Ooh, it comes in a fancy case and everything. I was told by my daughter I have to do box tapping for unboxings. I don't know. Look at that. I love that it comes in its own little case. That is awesome. Do the big reveal. Comes with a solid case catcher with a nice little filter in there as well. Let's see how much it actually catches, but that seems like a good little dust collector. Nice hardy case, not going to flop around and spray dust everywhere. Comes with 15 pads. This one says it's a P60. I don't know if they're all that, if they're all a 60 grit or what. We've got the orbital sander. Nice ergonomic grip. It's got a lock-in mechanism to continue going without needing to hold the trigger in the whole time. And it's also got a 5-speed adjuster, which is really handy for certain types of sandpaper and sanding. If you're just trying to finish off something and you don't want to take too much off your product. Lastly, it's got another ergonomic handle which wraps around the body of the sander. To make it extra comfy and assist in applying additional pressure if you are needing to get a little bit more out of the guy and take out some more timber. I think that just clips on over the top. It does, that's good. Very simple, good little case, nice little body, sits in there well. Oh, I think you can even keep this on while the case is closed. That's very handy. Look at that. Look at that. That's very handy. All right, the Makita orbital sander BO5041. Let's put it to the test. Okay, it's all set up with power to it. I have opted to go for the supplied grit 180. I have sanded this down using my 80 grit and then a 120. So next step up, I'll go 180, and then I also bought some extra, I think they're Diablo sanding pads with a 240 grit to finish this one off. So that should shine her up very nicely. The supplied pads that came with this, you get 15 pads, and they came in a 60 grit, a 100 grit, and a 180 grit. So that's pretty handy to have with all the extra pads. Sticks nicely. Let's see how it goes. We're not looking to remove a lot of material on this one. We're just wanting to shine up, smooth out the edges here, get rid of some of the little leftover scruff marks, and then finish it off with the 240 all the way around. Let's go. That is on setting 5. Setting 1 is just very fine, very slow. Not sure what you would be doing on a setting 1, really. Just being really careful with something, maybe. Let's ramp her up a little. 4 seems like a good setting. smoothed off really nicely. Let's try the inside here. All right, I'm going to give you my first impressions. One, very little vibration coming through the body of it. It's really comfortable. I think you could just sit here for hours without needing to worry about getting the shakes. You get those tingles in your fingers after whippersnipping and sanding and those type of things. This, very little vibration. So we'll see how that goes and how long I can stand it. But for now, it's way better than my old Ozito, which is expected. The other thing is it's very comfortable too. So while there's not a lot of vibration, this handle is really ergonomic, fits my hand lovely, and it's good to have that extra little pad there if you need it. And then additionally to get in there, not that I did too much of that, but that does feel quite comfy too. So a lot of different options to hold and maneuver around. The other thing I like is the pad. It does have a bit of flexibility in it, so you can sort of push it up against some of the bends in here and just finish off those sections. And if you really want to sort of get that exterior, because it is an orbital head, you get more rotations if you sort of just use the outside edge of the sander, and that actually sands off those sort of gouges pretty quickly as well. So you can sort of just stick the head in there and then just rub it along there and it gets sanded off real quick. That was on setting 4 and it did remove material really quickly, especially on a grit of a 180 sandpaper. So yeah, so far really liking it. There is still a bit of dust around. I'm not sure how much this dust collector picked up. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's some fine dust in there. That little filter works really well. There's nothing coming out of that, which is great to see. So I'll continue to get them when they fill up. But yeah, that's really good. All right, I'm going to keep sanding. So there's probably not much more to see after that. So once I've sanded this up, given it a nice smooth finish, I'll show you the outcome.